Well guys, of the 3 sequels I have reviewed this February, one good one shitty one, which one am I reviewing today? John Wick Chapter 2, now that's more like it! John Wick Chapter 2, directed by Chad Stahelski, and of course is the sequel to the 2014 movie John Wick. John Wick, Jason Bourne, Jack Reacher. Wow, how many James Bond rip-offs are there? Anyway, John Wick Chapter 2 continues immediately after the first one, when retired hitman John Wick is forced back into duty when a former associate wants to seize control of a shadowy organisation, and John Wick must go on a epic journey where he faces the world's deadliest killers. Now, as for the original John Wick, a lot of people loved it and gave it high praise. I liked it. It was alright. I didn't love it as everybody else did, but I can see why they did. I mean, I just basically saw the original John Wick as just another decent action film that's just trying to be James Bond, but just isn't quite there. James Bond is still the king of all spy movies. So, as for John Wick 2, I was excited for it. I thought hopefully they're gonna really try with this one. Hopefully it could be better than the first one, and I am pleased to say it is better than the first one, just slightly. It is a very enjoyable, solid action film. Not perfect, but thoroughly enjoyable. The best thing John Wick 2 has going for it are all of the performances, particularly from our title character and lead actor himself, Keanu Reeves as John Wick. Oh my gosh, he's a total kick-ass hitman, a total badass whenever he is on screen, and Keanu Reeves knows how to play John Wick from inside out, so he has perfectly pulled off the character, and I couldn't see any other actor playing John Wick but him, and as well as the supporting cast doing great as well. Lawrence Fishburne actually appears in this movie. He's not in it as much as you'd expect, but whenever he is, he has a great presence. As well as flawless acting, the action in this film is freaking amazing. Oh my gosh, the John Wick franchise, I will give it this, it knows how to do action. The action is expertly shot, excellently edited. You are excited the entire time, you know what's going on, who's fighting who, and the action here, it surpasses the action in the first film. It is that good, and that's the one thing John Wick 2 does great. It raises the stakes from the first film, which is what every sequel should do, and I love how the action is shot practically with stunt work rather than CGI, and it's surprisingly a really violent film. This isn't a kids' film. Oh no, it goes all out. There are some injuries and blood throughout this film, but it's not overly done. We're pleased to hear, and props to the makeup artist, and I love because it's such a great action film. This film is very well paced. You won't be bored throughout its running time. You'll be entertained, and I love how this film really delves into John Wick's character even more than the first film ever did. It fleshes him out superbly, and that's those are the most engaging spy stories, the character-based ones, and the score, the music, it's pretty good. It's decent, and it's not an amazing score, far from it, but it does its job. It's good enough. But I did say this film, as entertaining as it is, it's not perfect. I mean, the story for me wasn't really anything special. I mean, it is kind of a story in a spy movie that you would expect, and that has been really, I think, done better in most of the James Bond movies. Sorry, I keep comparing it to James Bond, but come on, all of these action movies, they are trying to be James Bond after all, and so yeah. Although the story did get right, fleshing out John Wick's character, but other than that, the story was pretty basic, and not to mention the villains and the antagonists were pretty underwhelming and quite forgettable. They really could have done a better job with them. What does it take to get some villains in spy movies that are as great as the Bond villains? I mean, the Bond villains had classic villains like Blofeld and Le Chiffre and Sylvia. When are other spy movies gonna have that? So this isn't too much of a flaw at all. It's barely even a nitpick. But since I didn't love the first John Wick, it really took me a while to get into and get invested into this one. But if you love John Wick, you are going to love this film. This is really for you. If you're a John Wick fan, why are you not seeing it right now? And I'm glad that there's going to be a John Wick. There's rumored to be a John Wick TV series planned and spin-offs. They're really making a franchise out of this. That would really help me get more invested. So, John Wick 2 overall is despite some flaws, is a really enjoyable and great sequel that does improve over the first film. I mean, if you want to see just 2 of the 3 sequels that have come out this video, please either go see Lego Batman movie or John Wick 2. I give John Wick Chapter 2 4 stars out of 5. So yeah, not bad, John Wick Chapter 2, not bad. If they do a John Wick Chapter 3, it could be a masterpiece, hopefully. Well, yeah, I love you guys, thank you all for watching, I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and stay tuned for my next video, which will be, since it's award season, I will eventually be reacting to the results from the BAFTAs and the Oscars, but I've decided to do my very own awards for the movies I think deserve to win, called the Thomas Awards, so be sure to stay tuned for part 1 of that. And what do you think of John Wick Chapter 2? Please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Yeah, I love getting new subscribers. I love meeting new people and talking about movies to you guys. And please follow me on Twitter and on Google+, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, guys.